What's up everybody, welcome back to Make It Kustom. Tonight I'm working on this 1955 Chevy. It's a 4-door car that I'm converting into a 2-door. I already kind of got the driver's side happening a little bit. I'm just going to show you real quick what I'm about to show you in this video. So basically, like, the roofs of these two cars, they're the same. So you can actually convert these into a 2-door without doing too much surgery. So the post that was in the center here, I drilled it out. It's on the floor right here. This is what the 4-door post looks like. So I cut that out, I drilled the spot welds out, removed it from the car. That's got to go further back to make it a 2-door. The doors are longer on a 2-door. That's the difference. The post is in a different spot. So to get that 2-door door latching, I had to move the pillar back. You can see here is where the old pillar used to be. Now that's where it is now. So it's about 4.5 inches back or so. I might not be exact on that measurement, I don't remember. It's been a week since I did this side. I didn't get it finished, but I did get it latching. So this post I moved back, but the shape of the lower part of the post is not the same as a 2-door. So if you can get a 2-door donor post to cut off, that is your best bet. That would save a ton of time here. I'm actually gonna build the inside of this post and finish off this edge here myself from scratch because I just don't have that piece. You can buy it. Dan Chuck actually sells a conversion piece where it's like the whole piece of the quarter that you need and the pillar and everything, but I'm just not doing that. My buddy had a couple of window tops that he actually cut off of a quarter panel. So right along there, he cut them off of quarter panels that he was doing on a car that didn't need the window pieces. So that's what I'm using. These, and I'm using the original pillars, and then I'm using sections of door to fill that sheet metal in. I mean, you can make it from scratch. It wouldn't really be that bad. It doesn't have a ton of shape, but the fact that I can save the patina, because I'm trying to do a patinaed gasser here. It's got beautiful patina on this car. The inside, like the dash is beautiful. There's extra chrome on the inside, but they just stripped the paint so that they just stripped the paint. I mean, I don't even know why. They stripped the paint and then stored it. So it sat for 35 years with the paint stripped off of it, so it's got this wicked patina everywhere, but the inside is actually still pretty decent. The floors are a little rotten, but overall, really solid car. But you can see where the filler pieces I took from the rear doors, they need to have this bump in the sheet metal, so you kind of want that piece. If you can't get a quarter, obviously you can just buy quarters, but I'm just cutting it up from this car. It's less expensive this way, and I get to cut up metal and show you guys how to do it. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight, right now, is just cut this pillar out, remove all the material I need to remove, and start fitting in this window, this B window, I guess, and the lower quarter. So I'm gonna show you right now. Let's go. All right, so I got the post in, and I got this rear post all cut out. You can see this is actually where I didn't cut that. That's where the wheel well stopped, and this next panel began. So we were gonna have to make a filler panel that comes down basically right here to fill in that wheel well. The post itself, let's have a look at that. So I just trimmed it to fit. I had to take a little bit off the top here. I had to take a little bit off the ends. I just trimmed it to fit, hammered it up, welded up all the spot weld holes that I had drilled to remove the hole, to remove the post. That's how I attach the bottom, easy peasy. cut this area out. Like I said before, we're gonna have to make that from scratch. I am gonna end up cutting this off when we start trimming this to fit. See, it already looks like a two-door. Look at that. Right? It's that easy. Well, there's still a ton of work left to do, but let's get to it. All right, so we got this piece put in here on the wheel tub. That's all nice, extended. We got a flange on there we can weld to. I did fix the little bit of rust that's in here. This is just a little bit of dust that's sitting on it. I just coated it with just a copper coat. What I'm working on next is this door pillar. What I've got is a piece of 10 gauge right in the perfect profile of this door running down. And the reason I use 10 gauge is because I want it to be able to take the heat of putting our outer skin from the rest of the car here. And I want it to just hold the door gap perfectly as we're welding. So right now I've got it set at the perfect gap. It's a little bit of a trick, a little bit of a cheat using that 10 gauge in there, but it's gonna be strong, it's gonna look good. So now I'm gonna start cutting up the doors and fitting in these filler panels so that we're looking like a two-door. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the fit up here. We got the got those pieces on. Everything worked out really well. The thing you got to watch for when you're putting two pieces of metal together here is that they don't make a butt. You know, like they got to be flat across both panels. So that's what you want to see. You know, it is a little bit tough when you're using the skin of a door, because typically where the edges of the skin are, as they're folded over the inner structure of a door, it pulls that a little bit. So if you could walk up to any old car that's never been blocked out, and you could probably see that the door has a slight crown where it meets the gap, and then the fender has a slight crown where it meets the gap, which, you know, that's just what happens. That's why this panel is like that. But when you go to put them together, a little trick you can do is you can kind of hammer a little bit of the edges until it flattens out a little bit, just to get some of that roll out of it. That's what I did here. That's how I got it to line up so good. Just make sure that you can lay a ruler across and you don't have anything, you know, any gaps in there. So the 10 gauge edge for the pillar itself, you know, I'd do that again any day. It held the gap really nice, and it's going to be just a little bit of a corner weld. I'm going to take my time. I'll be able to weld that right on the corner. This is really strong. It's you know, this is the side impact pillar of the car, so having a little bit extra strength there is not a bad thing. And when we close the door, you know, we line up perfect. So take your time with that piece if you're going to do it. Obviously, if you can get a hold of a whole new pillar from a two-door, I recommend it. It's the way to go. Then it actually looks exactly perfectly like a two-door. Me, myself, on a gasser, I'm not too worried about it, and I want to do this now. COVID's got a part shortage, and I don't want to wait. This is my solution, and it worked out perfect. I would not frown upon that repair, that's for sure. If you are going to do it my way, then just take your time. Make sure that that edge, that profile, is perfect. I actually tacked it on there, and I sat there and I kind of ground the profile until I could see that the door edge was a perfect profile match to what my door jamb edge that the metal is going to go onto. That's all my tips for that. Next up for me is going to be the other side. I'm going to kind of bring it up to snuff. I have to make that door post edge on the other side, and then we'll start filling in the pillars and making some interior pieces and welding the skins up. That's all coming up. But that's it for part one of the 55 Chevy two-door conversion. I know the video is getting long now, so we're gonna make a part two. But right now, I'm stoked. The car looks like a two-door sedan. There's still obviously a lot of work to go, but really, it looks the part now. Yeah, I'm super happy with it. All right, thanks for watching Make It Kustom. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends about us. If you found value in the video, I really appreciate it. Maybe leave a comment for me, and we'll get on to the next video. Thanks a lot, guys. Take her easy.